Hi everyone, my name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator and I'm dedicated to getting more familiar with different accents and voice types. This video is going to focus on the Colombian accent. Now, note, as with most countries, there are many different accents in Colombia. And this video is not meant to be a one-stop shop, but to rather outline some basic ideas so that when hearing the accent, I can recognize it. And if I'm narrating a character who is described as having the accent, I can get just enough of it right so that it isn't distracting. Big shout out to my consultant, the Colombian actor Richard Gaal, whose insights and truths I hope I'm honoring well in this video. If you'd like to follow Richard and some of the cutting edge work that he is doing right now, you can find him on Instagram at Richard Gaal, but that's RCHRD.GL. Ta-da! This is the Matt Tune, everyone, the Matt Tune. Picture me with my glasses on, and it's the show where the accent seems to be living in my mouth, or what I'm imagining, as I'm working the principles of it. So for the Colombian accent, I find there is a very round space near the front of my mouth, and I envision a space to be about the size of a small plum. It's all about after that the tongue with lots of beautiful articulated L's and dentalized T's and D's. Okay, the bits and pieces of principles. Let's start with some of the more common Latinx qualities. The dentalization. Voiceless TH becomes something closer to a T. So, threshold becomes threshold. The voiced TH becomes something closer to a D. So, that becomes that. Also, we have the D's and T's that are already spelled that way in a word becoming something that goes to the front of the mouth, the tongue going right through the tip of the teeth. So, needed, notice how my tongue goes back on that, becomes needed, and tonight becomes tonight. If you have a word that begins with an S and is followed by a consonant, it's common to have an E at the front of the word. So, sleeping becomes sleeping. Now let's go into simplicity and consistency with vowels. The vowels tend not to have diphthongs. So the sound as in look simply becomes look. Good becomes good. Tuesday becomes Tuesday. The long O, notice how it goes O, becomes more of a simple aw. This creates an effect where it can sound like the long O and the short O's are switching places. Hold on becomes hold on. Now, also, the short E, gets a full pronunciation no matter what. Now, in General American, which is what I'm speaking right now, we can sometimes turn it into a schwa or an sound. So never, notice how I say that, it could almost be spelled N-E-V-U-R, the way I'm saying it, never. But in Colombia, we get never. The E gets its due all throughout the word. Needed, needed. All right, consonant work. So if we have a Z sound at the end of the word, it becomes something closer to a hard S. Was, was. CH becomes an SH at the beginning of a word. Change, change. The ZH sound, that tends to insert itself in the just sound at the beginning of a word. So just, just. It also tends to take the place of the y sound in a word. So you, jou. However, I'm noticing that it's much more prevalent when preceded by a vowel. So, for example, I see you, or if it's beginning a sentence. You are my sunshine. I noticed that when it's preceded by a consonant, I like you, it's more difficult to say I like you. And I'm wondering if this is the same for native speakers of Colombian when they're doing English, if the je tends to be more muted. You tell me. Now this brings me to some elements that stick out to me more for the Colombian accent than with other Latinx accents. The first general one is very shiny articulation and enunciation. It's not necessarily something that's lacking in Latinx accents, other Latinx accents, but it's something that seems to be particularly for the Colombian. El, very, very articulate. So there's almost like a puff of air in it. All. Or when it's followed by a consonant, threshold. The R does roll, but the strength of it depends on where it is in the word. If it's at the beginning, then we get a R. So right. If it's at the end, gets a good R. Never. But if it's within the word, give it just a little tap. Breaking. Vowels. I, E, reversal of sound. Slipping is sleeping. People. Also, the short U, is very loud, clear, almost edging towards the A sound. Just. However, when we have a different spelling of the sound, sometimes the accent goes into literally what the spelling is. So love, L-O-V-E, becomes love. If we have because. Now, one thing that I'm noticing, or at least I noticed with one word that was used, hangover, this run together as one word, two words run together as one, hangover, I heard a Colombian pronounce as hangover. I'm wondering if with the ing, if it's followed by a vowel, as hangover is, if the G gets a hard G sound each time, or is it just when they're smushed together like one word? So for example, slipping away, does that become is sleeping away? You tell me. I'm going to try it in the song. Okay, everybody, and it is song time. So we're going to take these principles and we're going to apply them to song lyrics. In this case, Slipping Away by Moby. All that we needed was right. The threshold is breaking tonight. All that we needed tonight was people who love us and like. I know how it feels to need. Oh, when we live here, you'll see. Open to everything, happy and sad. Seeing the good when it's all going bad. Seeing the sun when I can't really see. Hoping the sun will at least look at me. Focus on everything better today. All that I needed I never could say. Hold on to people that are sleeping away. Hold on to this while it's sleeping away. And that was Slipping Away, courtesy of Moby. Music by Kevin MacLeod, who gives this stuff out royalty-free, public domain. Thank you so much, Kevin. So, this video, Final destination for learning the Colombian accent? Of course not. But let's keep the ball rolling. Forward. If you have specific insights into the Colombian accent or experience, put that in the comments. I will see you next time.